BTO applications be done, so it is time to go through the best stacks for February 2022. No longer will you have to guess which one are the good ones. I'll be breaking it down for you, so sit back and relax. Hey, it's Elliot. Welcome. Good BTO stack selections can be quite subjective because that really depends on what you're looking for in a house. So the ones that I'm gonna pick will be the most objectively good stacks. You know, those that aren't too noisy, unblocked facing, maybe not so smelly. Okay, so let's not waste any more time and jump straight into it. There is some timestamps down below for you guys to get some quick access, and stick to the end if you guys want to hear a lame joke about BTOs. It's really pretty lame. First off, we have Dakota Crescent at Geylang. Pretty small with only 443 units. We'll use eliminations to find decent stacks, and from there I'll show you guys which ones are the really awesome stacks. I mean, a deep piece of land, and the immediate plus points are the park connector down south and easy access to buses and amenities right up here. First thing, we gotta remove these stacks here. They're way too close together and inhibit privacy. Sunny units, we get rid of those. These are a little too close to the main road, so it might be a little noisy. And of course, we remove these chutes facing one, so those are just nasty, you know. And here we go. Those in black are the bad stacks, and the ones in green are my personal favorite. Obviously, because they're quieter and they face the water, which is good. These stacks here are also not too bad if you're getting a higher level, as they face squarely towards the car park. You probably want to get maybe level 7 or 8 and above. Jumping to the next one, we have everyone's favorite King George's Height, which has a really cool name and super tall stacks. So in terms of stack selection, that's not really your biggest concern. It's more so on which level you're gonna get, and you know, generally the higher the better. But nonetheless, it's still good to find out which of these stacks are the better ones. From the side plan, we have another canal park down here with cool looking hotels past that. Most buildings are quite tall around the side, less for this semi shop house-ish kind of site. And the bulk of your amenities are also here as well. Sadly, you don't really get stacks near the water, near the park, which is quite a waste, but we can remove stacks with direct sunlight. Not really sure what this utility site is going to be. They are small gated buildings, so don't worry, they don't make a lot of noise. And fortunately, a lot of the stacks that we're left with are pretty good in general. These two stacks right here are facing the car park, so you would probably want to get above level 7. That would be G. And I think this would really have really good views on higher floors. Really quite a bit of unblocked views. I probably will say that these corner stacks right here will be my favorite. You probably get great panoramic views, and these buildings have a lower story count right around here. Let's head on over to the tengah sides, beginning with Plantation Creek. Okay, I gotta say, this car park looks super cool. Highway to the south, but the stacks have a good buffer in terms of the car park located right here, planned water park right here, and a sports and recreation site. Plot ratio for this site isn't released yet, but I'm just gonna assume it ain't gonna be very obstructive in general. Quite a few stacks here with direct sunlight from the east, and these stacks are a little too close in my opinion, unless you're really into your neighbors. These two here are facing the service chute, so lower floors will not probably have a good time. Blocked views for these ones, and the rest seem pretty good actually. Highlighting my favorites would be these stacks over here. It's unblocked for now, and you get pretty water soon. These two are also not too bad. They have a really good facing and pretty close to the bus stop as well. The second tengah site is Parc Flora, and if you watch my previous video where I go through the site more in depth, right up here, you would know that this site is pretty underrated. Jumping into our site plan, we're mostly surrounded by high-rise residential blocks, except for this linear park on the right here. Tengah MRT and its Cornerstone Mall is also right up northwest of Parc Flora, so we gotta take note of that. And ooh, there's a bus interchange right here. Gotta say, we have these stacks that are really close to one another. Some of these stacks have a straight up east facing as well, and that really kind of sucks. This one's across the service bay, and so is this one. Quite a few are facing the main road, so we'll get rid of that, and boom, here's the leftover. For the best stacks, I think I'll go for these 6. They've got great unblocked views and located quite far away from the noise, which means quite a bit of privacy. Of course, the ones more north are preferred, as it's closer to that sweet MRT just outside the plan right here. You can't see, so don't get tricked by that. I'm kidding, no one gets tricked. I don't know why. Alright, so we spent quite a bit of time here in Tengah, so let's head up north to the sister sites in Yishun, beginning with the Yishun Boardwalk. We've got low traffic roads, a park and canal along the northwest, just boring residential stuff to the south, and take note of the reserve site right here, which from what I've heard is going to be transformed into a nature park in the future. But when I mean future, I really mean like, you know, 5 to 10 years from now. Right now it's just forest, so don't really get your hopes up. On first glance, these stacks seem to have really good facing, so I'm gonna be picky and remove these northeast and west facing units. These stacks are also a tad close to one another, and these are near the chute, so we'll get rid of those. And here is what's left. From what I remember, some of the 3 bedrooms and up will have a balcony, so those are probably going to be more of the hot ones right over here. And for best stacks, there's really quite a few because of how well positioned and sparse these stacks are from one another. Great views as well, and you know, who really doesn't like those? We're at the last site now, and it's just across the boardwalk at Grovespring. Let's say the previous site had a much cooler name. Really thin and big piece of land. We've got some forest slash nature reserve if you're an optimist up here, surrounded by HDB blocks, and some social amenity right down here. Forget to mention these sites here are pretty far from the MRT, so if you actually got a site here, just make sure you like to cycle or you drive. For the actual stack selection, quite a bit of west sun from these stacks here. They're not as bad as these, but still, some northeast direct sunlight is coming in from the upper half here as well. Of course, these stacks here are a little close to one another, and these just have, you know, straight up blocked views. Why would you pick those when you have so many stacks here that have such great views? Some of these are near chutes, and there you go. Like I said previously, you've got quite a few good stacks located in the center with really great views. So those of you who actually pick Grovesprings, you're actually quite spoiled for choices, so you know, good on you. Okay, if you actually stayed this long, then I guess you deserve to hear the joke. Did you guys hear about the last remaining BTO unit? It was last but not least. I hope you enjoyed my coverage of the best BTO stacks for February 2022. If you would like to ask me any questions on your situation, you can ask me in the comment section below. If you feel it's a little bit more personal, you can drop me an Insta DM. My Instagram handle is right over here. Thank you so much. Drop a like if you like this video, and till next time.